Hello dear viewer, I am leesusss, and welcome back to Be Happy. Don't mind me, I've just got some little bits to finish off. I've been rather busy recently to make some servos, small item ducts. Would you like to see my factory? Yeah, I thought you might. I knew as soon as I looked at you, you were just the sort of person who would appreciate a good factory. Well, when I say a factory, it's more like a workshop, I guess, more than anything. It's I didn't want anything too industrial. More like, the sort of pleasant place where, I don't know, you've got polished wood and the smell of wood shavings on the floor, and well, probably the smell of honey and oil around here as well. And things are done in as efficiently as possible, but not too factory-like. And what is the point of this little workshop anyway? Well, of course, to take the output from this farm over here that I took so long building. We'll come back to this in a minute. But first of all, a few changes around here, apart from the workshop, of course. In here, we're feeding out from the resources in here in the farm, and we're going out via a transfer pipe up to here. And the first thing that comes out is the less useful items, the apples and the apple oak saplings, which I don't know what to do with right now. I don't know if I can turn this into fuel or something. It's possible. I think apple juice is possibly usable as a fuel, but I haven't looked into that. Maybe later on that could be quite good, couldn't it? And into here, sort of under this way, is the hatch. We'll go in and see the useful items. We're coming in here. By the way, of course, although I'm trying to make this as a workshop, being this is modded Minecraft, it's still a god-awful mess of pipes and everything else in here. Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? I need to put a light in of some sort, I think, so I can get this torch in the middle. Anyway, let's work our way through one at a time, and I'll show you what's going on. So this is the feed pipe, where the rest of the items are coming in from the farm. So the two other items, the apples and the apple saplings, go into these boxes here because they're the first available inventories. That's how the transfer pipes work. And then the rest come into here. This is like a buffer box. There's almost nothing in here. But in case there's any problems, this is where it will all gather, and we can deal with it later. Now there's 3 outputs from here, and I'm getting rather into using these item ducts and the servos. And I've said before that I'm trying to reduce any lag that might occur by not using Buildcraft pipes as much as I love them. And this takes up less room than the messy redstone engines as well that you get. So these are fairly cheap to make. These are just tin and lead, which I've got productions of going on over there, and the servos are a little bit more expensive. They take a couple of bars of iron and a couple of iron nuggets and a little bit of redstone each, but you get 2 of them each time, as you saw me making earlier. So out of this chest you've got 2 feeds, and we can use the whitelist and blacklist filters out of here to control this. In fact, we've got 3 feeds coming out of here. Out of here first we've got the wheat. And the wheat goes into this automated crafting table, auto workbench, which is very simple to make. Just some wooden cogs, basic stone wooden cogs, mixture of cobble and sticks, and you combine them with a workbench and you get this. And all the wheat that's pumped out of here goes into here. Now most of the wheat has already been processed. It's already gone, but there you go. So it turns it into seeds, and then the seeds get pumped over here to the squeezer. And meanwhile, of course, we've got seeds coming out of here as well. So the seeds come out the bottom and they bypass. We've got a whitelist down here as well. And this feeds out to here, and this also pumps into here as well. So all the seeds and all the wheat, the seeds from the wheat are being pumped into here, and they're being squeezed. They've already been squeezed. In fact, they've already gone, and they've already been pumped into this tank here. There's a number of tanks in the mod pack, but I'll use this one just because it's visually quite appealing. I didn't. These are just like a glass cube, really. The open block ones. Now you can't see much oil in here. There is a reasonable amount of oil in there because there are only seeds, and there's an occasional amount more going through, but it's not actually very much at all, really. Most of it's been processed already, and you can see it pumps out of here. And once it's come out of the squeezer, the oil will go. I've turned off this servo. They're redstone controlled, which is why you've got these rather unfortunate, ugly redstone lamps here. But there's nothing we can do about that. So these things are. These are on and they're pumping out here, and this one's off right now by the switch, so there's no oil being pumped across, and the seed oil comes all the way across here, and of course the idea is it can come down in other places, to this carpenter. Now, before we go any further, what about the rest of the output from the farm? Well, this is a wheat and a tree farm, an arboretum. So the rest of the output is wood, which comes out of here, these oak wood, And we've got a choice here, okay? The wood is split, and there's a reason for that. When items reach a junction like this, 50% of them go this way, 50% go this way. So 50% of the logs, a lot of them, get gathered into here. And the 50% go straight to the carpenter, and they get combined with the seed oil. This is about 4.5 buckets worth in here, and it's turned off right now, but 2 logs gives you 2 impregnated sticks, which is quite a bit of shrinkage, I think you'd agree. That's quite wasteful, but there we go. We've got a lot of logs out of here anyway. And impregnated sticks, what are they used for? Well, if I put power into here, what will happen? Actually, we do that now. Let's. I haven't got a. Let's make a switch. That will be easier. Let's make a. Rather than using a redstone lamp, this is slightly nicer looking anyway. Using a switch. Let's turn. Actually, no, I can't turn it off. Saying that. I was about to say I can control this, but I can control the servo, but I can't. I should just get this running, actually. Let's just let it run. It's not a problem. It is fine. Which sort of duct is it? It's a leadstone flow. That's one of the cheapest ones. I've been making these myself rather than using them. They give you a lot of these ones here, but they give you a lot of these, and they give you a lot of... Where are they? The other ones. Where's the other ones? I can't see them. There's another tot over there as well. I've got 64 of them. They're absolutely mental. They're capable of carrying like thousands and thousands of RF. But I don't really need to right now. So I've just been making cheap energy ducts because why not? So energy is now going into here. This will keep on grinding through this seed oil, which seems like a terrible waste, but it is fine. It is not a problem. Let's turn this onto here. So we're now pumping out. In the whitelist we have impregnated sticks. It comes into here. And we're making frames is what we're making. We've got string here as well. Now, I haven't got a manufacturer's string right now. There's got a better barrel of string down here. Absolutely loads of it. And that has all come from the monster grinder over there. And I could run the spidery bees, or whatever they're called, over here to feed string in. But quite frankly, it only uses 1 for every one of these. It's pretty frugal. It's not that bad. But we're not feeding anything out of this barrel though. So we better put a servo on. So let's put a servo on there. And we don't. But there's only 1 item in, so we don't care. We have to put the whitelist on. We can just pump everything out of here. We'll put a. I don't know if I put a switch in here if it will make any difference to the energy duct next to it. I don't think so. We'll find out. We'll do some science and find out. Ready? Oh, I can't because this damn thing's in the way, isn't it? I was trying to hide it with this hatch, but... Sorry, hatch, you've got to come out of the way. You're just in the way, pal. I'd like to make some facades, but I can't make any facades yet to cover pipes and things without a new automation table of some sort. Ah, this is turning both of them on, isn't it? That's interesting. We can get rid of this one. There we go. So we're now pumping in string. Loads of it. And this is going pretty fast. Almost all the sea coil's nearly gone already. But that's fine. And in here we're making frames. The trouble is we've got a bit of a backlog here because the frames aren't going anywhere. So let's pump those out as well. And we'll pump this into the chest here. Now the idea is that I'm never going to need that many frames. So in every apiary, let me go and sleep because I with the amount of demands on my power now it's night time. The solar panel's not charging and the bees are mostly asleep. So let me just go and sleep a second myself. So as I was saying, each of the apiaries, the wooden ones, let's put these back in here. There we go. They use 3 frames in each one. These are proven frames. These ones you can't make, but they're very long lasting. But the ones we make, the treated ones, they still last a pretty long time. So we won't have to make that many. And I figure that the bottleneck here might be will probably be I don't know. It could be the oil or the wood. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it's going to be. We've obviously used a lot of it up fairly quickly here, which is why I stopped the pump over on this side. These frames will probably take quite a long time to get used up. So what I figured was the frames don't stack. So as long as we fill this box, that will be sufficient. Yeah, and maybe we'll pump out from this box to the apiaries as they require them. That could be a good idea. We could have maybe something. If we have a lot of apiaries, we could have a lot of apiaries over here. We could have a whole field of apiaries maybe, and we could have a pump system pumping out from here like a transfer pipe. And as the apiaries get emptied, it will pump out a couple of the impregnated frames to fill up any apiaries that go empty. The question is also, why have I split this off over here? Well, of course, you need the apiaries as well. So the idea would be for me that I'm thinking of over here, instead of this box here, I usually put a chest in to stand in for a while. What we can put here is another carpenter. And we can feed seed oil into this as well. And then we can use this every how do you make an apiary? You make a scented frame, I think, don't you? And that requires 8 logs. Yeah, impregnated casing requires 8 logs and some seed oil. And then all you do about now, what's that? A magic apiary. Distracted. What's that? Is that a different sort of apiary? Oh, it's Pam's Harvest Craft apiary. Okay, different sort of bees. Let's not get distracted by Pam stuff. Simple enough. We could use a. So what we could do is we could make this, replace this for a carpenter as well, and we can use some of the oil, seed oil into here, and we can use the logs to make scented casing. Then we pump out to another auto crafting bench about here, and in that it would use wood and. In fact, we could split off another part here. We could split off some more wood from here. We could turn some wood into planks, and this gets quite complicated. Some planks and slabs. What if I have a whole bunch of planks and slabs feeding into here, and that will make apiaries? We could do that as well. And in fact, if you think about it, every apiary, every scented casing for the apiary requires 8 logs, which is exactly the same as the amount of logs you require to make a frame. Makes the frames even more expensive, doesn't it? Really, the fact that one frame uses as many logs and almost as much oil as an apiary does. But there you go. But obviously, we don't have to make so many apiaries. I did say before I was just going to make them by hand, and I might do that. That might be easier. I might have a carpenter here anyway just to do that, and have that from there. So there you go. The factory's going on. The workshop is getting moving, and already in here we've got a half full chest. And this will stop when this is full because this thing can't pump any more out. Logs are going down quite quickly. The oil's all gone. I should pump more across, I guess. I don't want to use it all up. I'd rather make a... How can I turn these off? I need some sort of valve system, so that I can pump them out of here. I have to look at how I do valves. So I could actually just turn this off for a while, couldn't I? I could just turn this off for a while and make a couple of apiaries in here. I don't know. I like to be more automated. But the point is that really the seed oil is being used up far faster than anything else. We'll come back to this. How about that? We've done a nice job for now, having making all these frames in such short order as well. It took a lot of work to do this, and I'm very happy with it. Yeah, this is nearly full. How are we doing over here? Can I pump some more in? Let's put some more in. That might be an idea, mightn't it? Let's pump some more across. It fills up really fast. See what I mean? That's pretty half full already. There we go. I don't know how much is in here actually. These gradations. I thought these held like 1 bucket per gradation. It's bigger than it needs to be. Anyway, the other thing we could do though is we could save oil on making the frames here, because we don't. I'm not sure about the impregnated sticks. Let's have a look at frames a second. We can use something else for making the apiaries. I know that. Maybe we can use something else for making the frames as well. That's a chocolate frame. We don't want that. That's used for mutations. We could make chocolate frames actually. How do you make chocolate frames? Okay. No, it's not mutations. Sorry, this makes the bees. This is like a lifespan upgrade in the industrial apiaries. It makes them breed faster, and of course we can do this because we've got choco beans over there, loads of them. Choco beans, cocoa beans, man. Let's not regress. Let's not regress too much. Choco beans. Where are impregnated frames? There we go. Impregnated sticks. And you make those by using seed oil. Okay, right. Now, if we look up apiary, we need a scented impregnated casing. And I'm pretty sure, maybe it's not going to let me. I thought you could use creosote oil for this as well. Now, there it is. So creosote comes from railcraft and coke ovens. What? Why are you squeezing into... I don't understand. Why are you squeezing into a glass? What can we use this for? I thought you could use it to make... Yeah, I thought you could use creosote to also make the impregnated casings. Now to do that, we could... One of the ways to getting that creosote oil is, I think, tarry combs. So we could have tar bees, which I think we have to make in the not too distant future anyway. Let's look at the industrial... No, it's not. It's the machinery. There we go. No, it's an oily comb. I think we can get onto tar combs soon as well. I think they're over there as well. We could use that and maybe have bees running to make creosote and therefore make the... Go through a squeezer to make the oil for this. I don't know. I've not looked that far ahead yet. We're getting there. This is not bad. This took me quite a while to do this and get it all working. Okay. But let's talk about something else, a bit more of a problem. And the problem's name is sand. So, we wander over here and get my watering can, so we can speed up the oil a little bit. The seed production for the oil. So what I didn't realise is as you run the arboretum version of the farm, it occasionally uses up the soil. I presume it drains it of all its nutrients, and the soil, the humus becomes sand. And by the way, this isn't converting back into sand, by the way, which is very frustrating. Back into humus. And as you have probably heard before, I don't have a way of getting any more soil. They gave me a lot. They gave me a huge amount of compressed soil, and some of it's just sitting over here, looking pretty with the flowers growing out. So I could dig some of that up. It doesn't need to be. We could be really sparse and like give every apiary like 4 patches of dirt, or we could have 4 patches of dirt share between several apiaries when they're just using normal flowers, which could be fine. You know, are you not going to harvest this? Farm, will you please get on with this and harvest these things? If you do it, sometimes if you rush it too much, it's there we go. It doesn't refill the spot. It's probably about to prove for me. I'm not sure. So occasionally you have to stick a seed in there to make it keep it going again. Anyway, yeah. So the we can't make any more soil, and I've looked at this yet again, a number of different ways to see what we can do to make it work and get more soil, and I've not really turned anything up. I found I looked up plant balls, and plant balls are a possibility for in some versions of Minecraft, and you convert the plant balls. You can use them into fuel, and you can turn sappies into plant balls, but you can also use them to make dirt, so you remember. But that didn't seem to work either. You can... Are you going to put it in now? Are you going to place it? There we go. Where's the other one? Oh, I put 2 dirt in here. Let's go get some more. But that isn't available in this mod pack. So I can't do that. In fact, the only way I can see of making more... Well, I looked up sludge boilers as well, and I don't really think I can use a sludge boiler. See, I've still got triple compressed dirt, but it's... I don't know. It's still not that much, really. I looked up sludge boilers, a possibility. They occasionally produce dirt as one of their outputs from sludge, but that's got its own complications getting there in the first place as well. If we put some dirt in here, do you reckon it will replace that sand just off the bat? It might do. Why not outputting this stuff? Taking your time. See, it's not replanting these seeds. I've lagged it, I think. So the only way I know that I can definitely get more dirt is Britannia. So Britannia, there's a wand. I think it's the wand of terror, as in Earth, rather than intense fear. Why? Are you out of power or something? It's getting a bit dark. That's probably the problem. So there's a wand of terror, and that will for a short amount of mana place down a block of dirt for you. But we know at the moment we're not really into Britannia yet because reasons. Because we can't produce the botanic drone. Yeah, so we're stuck on that. Once we do that, I think we're going to start getting given the flowers we need to make lots of mana. The ones that are sensible, rather not the ones that you stick bees into to make mana, but the more efficient. Where did these go? The more efficient forms of mana production. And when we get there, I guess we can use that wand to make all the dirt we need. But until that point, there's a impending crisis coming at some point. If this ring runs out of dirt, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm sure the mod pack person has thought of this, but a little bit worried. We'll see if these get replaced. Did the sand go? It did. I wonder where the sand's gone, by the way. It's not in there. I guess it's gathering up here. This is my overflow box up here, isn't it? Where's my overflow box? Because it can't. Oh, cobblestone. It can't be pumped out because it's not. The filters are on whitelist, so it can't do that. So there you go. I'm going to go and sleep, and then we'll talk about the next thing. Problem? Possibly.